Howdy everybody, this is Aaron from Gigatitan here for the second League of Legends match, and this is going to be with Maokai, the Twisted Treant, he is an exceptional jungler and has great initiation and teamfight presence, and he is one of my favorite junglers to play with, and I'm going to show you why. And on my team I have Ashe, Galio, Janna, and who else was it? Oh, Blitzcrank, or as I like to call him, Blitzcrank. I don't know. Sometimes they can be really bad, and they can completely screw up my team. They grab the wrong people. But here's basically take after the odd one from Team Solo Mid. And what you do is you start out with your sapling toss, throw one at 1 minute 5 seconds, and throw another one immediately after the cooldown ends. And then at 1:39, you're gonna want to throw your baby up in the air. So then as it lands, it's going to hit the wraiths. You're going to start at wraiths, by the way, if you're on either side. And you're going to destroy that camp very quickly. Go for a leash on blue. Smite it down. You're going to take smite and flash as your summoner spells, and start with a regrowth pendant and a potion, or boots, or your boots and 3 pots. So your choice there. You're just going to go, basic standard jungle route. And now I'm going to go mid and attempt to gank. You're going to want to have 2 points in sapling toss, 1 point in arcane attack thing, and then in twisted advance. What is it called? Arcane something. It's something like that. I can't remember the exact skill name, but you basically want to have 2 buffs and then go for ganks. And trying to explain this as best as I can. I don't have a ton of experience with League of Legends matches, but I promise you I'll get better. And so I catch Rengar, their jungle Rengar, out of position, or he's not out of position, he was going for a gank, but managed to catch him before he can actually go after my team. And we start to re-engage. Rengar re-engages, and I get pulled by Blitzcrank, start getting focused by their Ashe, but I was able to throw a sapling at them, and we're able to throw a disengage for a sec. Junglers are still bottom. And Galio is coming bottom, as you can see, he's sitting up in that bush right there. But he decides to, looks like he's decided to leave and go back to mid. And I'm going to stick down here, maybe get some action here. But we can still see Rengar roaming around, and I throw a sapling at him. But it is not looking like we're really going to get much out of this. So we're just kind of wandering around, chucking my babies at everybody. And so we're just going to wait it out and see if we can get something. And so Blitzcrank engages on Janna right here, and he gets dropped really fast. I start going in, and I go in for the Twisted Advance. I get Ashe, and I drop her with a flash and Twisted Advance, followed by my arcane shot thing. I'm really screwing up the name. I'm really sorry. But he is just, you can see he has some really exceptional qualities to him. And Rengar here is trying to go steal the blue, but we managed to push him off, and I take the blue buff. So I'm going to go here and start farming now. And as you can see, I go for a Philosopher's Stone, and I went for my boots. And now, what you want to build next is go for your Heart of Gold, which is going to give you some extra gold per 10 seconds, which is going to be very useful. And I attack Katarina here because she's in my jungle, and so goes down to Ashe. And Ashe is pretty easily able to pick her off. She does use flash, but it wasn't really necessary, I guess. But unfortunately, Janna, who's actually my brother, goes down. And we're just chasing Rengar now. She hits with her ultimate. I go for Twisted Advance, kind of mess up on the stuns here, and I drop Rengar with a well-placed sapling toss. And I get ulted by their Ashe, but I was able to pop my ultimate, which gives you a 20% damage reduction for your entire team within that little circle. And it also, at the end of whenever you decide to disable it, it does a magic damage nuke on any enemies in the circle. I go for an engage on Katarina, use a flash, and I push her the wrong way, but we're able to pick up the kill on Katarina here with Galio's flash, or not flash, ignite I mean. And so mid Galio is pretty awesome. So we do a good job here. And Rengar is coming after me now, but we are going to be able to engage on him due to his not being able to get away right here. But he is, I believe, going to use his ultimate, so we were able to waste his ultimate without using really any of our own. And so now he's probably looking around because he has a stealth, and I was wondering if he was going to stay at Dragon, but I guess not. So I'm going to be wandering around here, going to go get the our golems, and go and check out their jungle a little bit, because I can see Rengar's up here, and I'm going to just throw some wards down, and I get completely cut out of position here, and they all go for me. That was a really bad move. I should have not gone in there, especially because I knew that Rengar was coming down and that they were all right there, so that was a really terrible move. So I wasn't really able to get anything out of that, and don't do that. Don't do that, especially when you have going against a jungle Rengar. He's going to surprise you and catch you out of position there, and their whole team's just going to collapse on you. So don't get caught on your own like that. Go for a twisted advance, manage to catch Katarina here and pretty much stun her. Go in the little circle of friendship, as I call it, and she doesn't, I guess, doesn't anticipate the nuke right there with the damage. You can see the more damage that the more damage that you take while you're inside that circle, when you cancel it and detonate the the magic damage nuke on your opponents, then the more damage that you took, or I think maybe the more auto attacks you take, then the more damage is returned. So it's kind of like like in Pokemon, it's like Bide. The more damage you take, then the more damage you return. So that's always pretty handy. Open up, we'll skip a little here, but initiate here on pretty much a lot of their team. We managed to get Katarina, and we're now going for their Blitzcrank. No, sorry, not Blitzcrank. I'm hitting, I meant Jax, but he's an exceptional duelist, and we're not going to be able to get some of the other team. But I'm actually able to fight Jax, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's so low. I gotta kill him. And so I was able to get him with Arcane. I think it might be Arcane Smash, something like that. But I totally get dropped here because I was pretty much on my own against all of them. But that's okay. So go for your Shirelia's Reverie, because it's going to give you a nice, good sustain, and also going to give you a good, Galio gets cut out right there. It's going to give you a really good active, which is going to increase all of the movement speed of all your teammates around you by a pretty good amount, and it's only 1 minute cooldown. And this is not exactly the most, there's some better guys out there. This is what works for me and works for my playstyle. And I'm trying to think, am I forgetting anything here? But I don't know. If I can remember it, I'll let you know. But Rengar, man, his ultimate's so annoying because now he's just gone. Like we try to get him, and he's just gonna go away, and we're probably not gonna see him again. Yeah, sorry, sorry, Ash, I wasn't there. But now this is gonna be a dragon fight, and don't know why I slowed it down right there. I was maybe anticipating something, but we lose Blitzcrank here, and so we think we're gonna disengage, but then Galio gets grabbed right here. My Circle of Friendship is still active, but unfortunately wasn't really able to hit anyone with it. The Ash arrow goes in here. It hits some of them on the other side of the wall, but we're going to be pretty much forced to disengage. We don't have, with the people we have, we don't really have enough damage. Just me and Jana aren't going to be able to do anything. So we have to get out of there because she's a support. She doesn't do as much damage, and she doesn't get as much gold to build items. So not going to be great. Ash just managed to pick off Rengar, and they also managed to get Blitzcrank, and now she's going to go after their Katarina, who they managed to pick up pretty easily because they were able to just grab them. And so that was fantastic. I wasn't even expecting that. I wasn't even there, and they were able to initiate on their own. It's great. So I steal a little bit of I steal the Wraith Camp, and Jana is getting jumped on. She's going to get pretty low. I'm going to pop Shirelia's Reverie to make sure we get out of there alive. It does not overthrow or doesn't change your when you get slowed. So I was mostly using it for Jana, not for myself, but I knew I was going to get out of there anyway. So don't use your Reverie if you're slowed, because it's not going to speed you up at all. So I wouldn't recommend that. And so now we are starting to move up here and go into their jungle, put a little pressure on them, and we're able to grab Jax, and we're all just going to pile on him now. At this point, I have my Twisted Advance, which will allow me to catch up to him. But we see a better target of opportunity, which is Katarina. And so she is getting pretty much slowed here. I'm going to hop on top of her, and I kind of steal the kill from Galio there. I probably should have given it to him. He did it more than me. But we're able to pick up also their Ash. Blitzcrank gets Ash, which is great. And so now we are pretty much pushed. We have pushed their mid very hard. And I'm just kind of initiating here, just kind of not really initiating a team fight, just kind of annoying Jax with a little bit of damage as we start to poke them. We have a much superior poke to them because all the saplings, and also Jana has pretty good poke along with Galio. And so we're able to disrupt their team from a distance without actually taking much damage ourselves. which is good. And Blitzcrank, man, he was telling us, oh yeah, I'm 80 Blitzcrank, you know, attack damage with his auto attacks. You know, I was like, no way, this is gonna be terrible. But he totally, I'm a believer now. I'm a believer in 80 Blitzcrank. But so we're able to get their first of their base turrets for mid, and I put the Circle of Friendship in there. I'm just kind of I'm just trying to migitate or just kind of cancel out a lot of the damage on Galio, but it just wasn't enough, and he gets dropped, and I'm getting piled on by their team, and I'm gonna get dropped pretty easily here by Jax, because he's just an amazing duelist. He can easily fight people one-on-one, but that's okay. Although top lane is getting pushed really hard, and Galio goes up to clear that, and he's gonna go and clear that out. And I need to, we got a ward on Baron, or at least a baby, and we get a triple kill because of Ashe doing tons of damage. And so basically at this point, you know, it's looking like pretty much over. I throw down my ultimate to, you know, just help in the team fight, and we're able to get a lot of them do a pretty good amount of damage on all of them. And so now our Blitzcrank gets grabbed by their Blitzcrank. It just Blitzcranks everywhere. I go back into the fight. We're able to pick up kills on their Blitzcrank, their Jax, so most of their disruption abilities and Jax being a lot of their damage is gone. Katarina is down, so now all they have is Rengar and Ashe. And I mean, they're both pretty high damaging, but they can get shut down pretty easily, especially if we have a lot of crowd control effects on them, especially Ashe. And so now at this point, you're just going to go steal some of their jungle and do what we can just to completely disrupt them and secure victory. I'm going to go grab blue buff, which is going to give me lots of mana and also lower my cooldowns. And so at this point, you know, it's pretty much it's looking pretty good for us. There's not really much I can see that they can do to really turn this around. And Jax just jumps on us. I'm just going to stun him. And oh, Janna, you pushed him away. No. And so, you know, this is actually turning around pretty bad for us right here. Although we're able to get away because I was able to push them back with my Q, which I'm still, it's arcane something, some arcane that little, you know, thing. And Galio gets his ultimate out here. He's starting to slow down Jax, and me and Galio are like, oh, we got this guy. We got this. And you know what I should have done? Use my Shurelya's, but I completely forgot that I had it. Like a noob. And maybe we could have gotten him there. But I just completely screwed that up. I tend to forget that I have that thing, and that's just one of the things I need to continue to work on. Is remember, hey, you can speed you and your team up every minute. So I should make more use of that. And as I continue to play this game, you know, I've only been playing it since about late and early. About summer, late early, I don't even know what I'm talking about summer this year. There's a lot for me to learn, there's a lot of stuff I gotta get used to, but I'm really enjoying this game, and I think it's a really fun team game. So, just a little bit on the game itself. And so Blitzcrank here is putting a ward down because he wants to have vision on us and hopefully grab one of us, so I'm going to try to stay as far away from that wall as possible so he cannot grab us and force a 1v5, which would not be good at this situation, because as he gets into the late game, turning around the game actually becomes a lot easier, because once you you know, ace in an enemy team, you can pretty much just run through and destroy all of their structures, and it doesn't really, you know, it's not really too difficult to do that. And so now it looks like they're just poking us really hard, and now we're going to definitely be in this fight right here. I put down my Circle of Friendship, and going to go to try to, we managed to get Katarina, but we're going to lose Blitzcrank in the process, so it wasn't the best trade. I'm just going to go in and try to do some damage to them because I knew I was screwed. I probably should have used Shurelya's to escape earlier, but I wasn't sure if maybe we were going to turn that around, but I don't know. Ashe, kind of funny, Ashe uses her ultimate, which is, you know, that awesome giant arrow, and manages to kill, it will actually just slow down Jax and the enemy Ashe, but then my brother, who's playing Janna, uses his tornado and kills both of them for the double kill, which is kind of funny. But that's okay, you know. A kill is a kill, but you know, it's not. You don't get as much out of it on Janna as you would Ashe, but that's all right. We're able to stop Jax from getting into the fight as early with the ultimate. We do a lot of damage to them with I was able to do a lot with my ultimate and Galio's ultimate combined, and so now we're just starting to beat these guys down, and we just destroy them. And Jax is just running away right now, and he's not really going to be much of a threat on his own. And so we're just going to go and start destroying their base. Jax is still there, so we're going to have to bug out for a little bit and just go and you know, attack some of the other champions, because they decided to initiate on us, which is kind of weird because you know, we just have such a huge advantage. They think that they would try to farm up and try to close the gap a little bit, but no, they decided to just go for it. And we kind of have a little bit of a fight that's a little bit split up right here, but yeah, I'm able to tank most of these guys and just continue to do damage, because even I underestimate the damage that Maokai can do at sometimes, because he's always just a tank, but he does do a lot of damage, especially because of all the you know, crowd control effects that he has on him. And so we're just chasing Rengar at this point. He hopped back at me, and so Galio's ultimate goes off, and that's the end of him. There's nothing, he can't get out of that. And so we are able to get 4 of them, or maybe it's 3, maybe it's 4. But we get a lot of them. Blitzcrank's just sitting at the base, because at this point, Blitzcrank, well, a little before then, Blitzcrank was just AFK, which was not, we were thinking, oh, that's really not good, because 4v5 is just, you know, it's never a good thing to have. And but we're able to. He said, "Oh, I can come back for 5 more minutes." I'm like, "Okay, I think we could finish it in that time." But it was looking pretty dire for them, anyways. And we're able to go and attack their Nexus. I'm just trying to focus on the Nexus. I don't even care about Jax. I'm like, yeah, keep hitting me. So that is the end of that game. Hopefully, going to get some more Maokai games in the future, and especially some ranked games. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.